Hello everyone, I've been buying broken stuff on eBay again. We're going to be looking into the wonderful world of the Minidisc player. Now this is a job lot bundle I bought off eBay. I think it was just over £10, and it also came with a cassette Walkman in the box. Not going to concentrate on that too much because we've done cassette Walkmans already on this channel. And it's quite nice actually, this, although it has got a big chunk missing out of it. So maybe I'll come back to that another day, but I'm not going to talk about this today. So let's focus on these three machines here. But before we do, we should talk quickly about Minidisc as a format. I learned this week that Minidiscs weren't actually very popular in America, so let's quickly show what a Minidisc looks like, just in case you've never seen one. These were basically the successor to CDs. So before I had a Minidisc player, when I was a teenager, I had a Discman, a full-size CD Discman basically, and they were very big, not very portable. The early ones didn't have very good anti-shock protection, so when Minidisc players came along, they were an absolute godsend. Not only because the format is small and compact, but also because these are recordable. With these Minidisc players, you can literally put in the Minidisc and press record, and then plug in any audio source and record tracks digitally to one of these Minidiscs. So they're a big step up over the old CDs that we were using before. There's certainly a place in my heart for Minidisc players. I used them for a good probably 3 or 4 years before I caved and went to the, well, not the MP3 actually, I went to Ogg Vorbis players, but that was that's another story. Okay, so Minidiscs, they look like this. They come in all kinds of different colours, different brands. I've got a box that I bought off eBay, and I'll just show you some of those now. So, what have we got? All kinds of different colours and brands here, and I don't know what's on these. That's going to be half of the fun of this video, finding out what people have recorded on these prior to me buying them on eBay. So yeah, cool. And let's actually have a quick look at one close up. Now it's basically a small CD inside a cartridge, not dissimilar to a floppy disk. It's not the same technology as a CD actually, so it's not just an optical disc shrunk down. There is a magnetic element to this format. I don't know a great deal about it, but it's not the same technology as a CD. And you've got the old the disc protector, if you like, which would slide across when it's inserted. So there's somewhere down the side, I think there's a notch which allows that to slide over, so you can't open it manually. This is a 74-minute Minidisc. I think they also came in 80 minutes as well, so that would be the same lengths as your traditional CD, I think. And you could also store data on these, although these players here probably don't deal with data. These probably only deal with audio. You could get Minidisc drives for your computer and you could store data on them. I never did that. I would just use mine purely as a Walkman basically, and it was really great and I really loved it. So enough about the format. Let's now look at the players. We've got, starting from the right, an Iowa player and recorder. I don't see a model number on the front. Maybe, oh, it's rattling. I don't know if you can hear that. So that's a bad sign. What model number is this? It's an AM F75. I've never seen this model before. It looks to me fairly good quality, although it looks like it's been dropped and has skittered across some tarmac or something. There's lots of scratches on this. It looks like it, like I said, it was nice before someone dropped it. Bit of a shame. I will admit that I've already opened all of the battery compartments on these Minidisc players to remove any batteries that I found, because I didn't want them to do any further damage, because they're going to be in terrible shape. I can see something moving in there. I wonder if that's what's rattling. We might get lucky on that. Yeah, so talking of batteries, I've removed any batteries that I found inside these when they arrived. One of them had a leaking AA battery, so that immediately came out, obviously. The other one has a rechargeable Sony gumstick battery, they'd call these. Are you going to focus, camera? There we go. So these are, well, they were proprietary at the time, but they're very readily available on eBay now, so I'm not too fussed actually. I think we should be able to get a battery for that. This is nickel metal hydride, so it's rechargeable. Showing some signs of age, but might actually still work, not sure. Anyway, enough about batteries. The middle one, which is probably the nicest one of all of these as well. I'll admit that I've already tried this, and this is 100% working. So that happens sometimes on eBay. You buy stuff and it works. It's kind of great when it does, I suppose, but at the same time, I was hoping that I would need to fix something. So, because that's what I like doing. I like fixing things. I don't like buying things that work. That's no fun. Anyway, this is really nice. It's a nice mini disc player. Looks like one of the later ones. It's got the MDLP system. So this was basically compression, on disc compression. The recorder can record either plain old stereo, MDLP2, which allows you to record about twice as many minutes at lower quality, although still fairly good quality. There's also MDLP4, which sounds pretty terrible if you ask me, but I guess it would be okay for dictation purposes or something like that. You wouldn't really use it for music. Okay, so what model number is this before we move on actually? It's an MZR 900, in case you were wondering. And then this one, this is a MZ N520, I think that says. There we go, N520. This was the one that I had when I was a teenager, although I had it in blue. And I really loved this thing. It was awesome. It was so much better than my Discman. It was so much better than any cassette player I'd had. This one also looks like it does the LP2 and LP4 thing, the compression on disc basically. And this one takes a regular A battery. Okay, looks like it's had a hard life. I'd like it if this one worked because it's nostalgic for me. Alright, so that's general overview. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to focus more on each of these. Well, probably not the middle one because we know it works. Let's look at these two in a bit more detail and see if we can figure out whether they work. Right, so starting with this Iowa one. So the first thing I think we should do is pop the lid and see if there's anything evidently wrong. This has a mini disc in it. Pete Tong, oh god. Okay, yeah, let's not comment on that. Okay, that looks okay. I'm not hearing that rattling noise anymore. Okay, this actually looks like it could work. It's a bit crunchy when you open it. That might be alright. So what battery does this one take? What is that? I hope that's a AAA. I don't think that's a AAA. So this looks to me like it takes a proprietary battery. So, okay, we're going to have to use the DC power for this. So it's 4.5 volts DC. What this is showing here, if we can get it to focus, is that the pin is positive. The center pin is positive. When you're fixing old stuff, just check the polarity. The older stuff sometimes is negative pin and that can catch you out. So I've got my multi-plug configured with the right polarity, etc. And open. So I suppose it thinks that the door is open. Let's have a quick look. Open. Now, does it really mean open, or does it just mean there's nothing in there? Let's see. Right, this one's busted. This one thinks the door is open all the time. That may be fixable. That may be fixable. I think what I'm going to have to do is have a look off camera if I can see where the door detector is on this, because they normally have a little pin or something which pushes down onto a switch to tell the device whether the door is open or closed. Unfortunately, I can't actually see anything inside. What I'm going to have to do with that one is take the top case off. Probably involves taking these screws out and then having a good look inside at the mechanism to see whether it will be fixable. I really like the grippy switch on the eject on this. I'm kind of wondering whether this is worth fixing. It isn't in good shape. I'll think about that one. Let's move on to the next one. Next up is this one. This one should be much easier because it just accepts an AA battery. So let's see what happens. Got to remember how to do this. I guess just hit play. Okay. That's playing. So there's a Minidisc in there already. Oh, it makes some funny noises. I'm not sure if mine used to make those noises. What have we got? This is Hype. Whatever that might be. Funky colours. So this one might actually be working. No, they're supposed to be broken. Oh, let's see if they actually work. Let's hook this up to some speakers and see if it does anything. So we'll just use the trusty Bluetooth speaker using the line in to test this. So what do we want? Hype or Peak Tong? Hype or Peak Tong? Oh, such a choice. Let's go with Peak Tong. Okay, in we go. Trying to read. Maybe having a hard time reading. It's possible that disc is broken. Yeah, it shouldn't take this long. Let's try the other disc. That might be knackered. Not sure. Right. Oh, that was the other thing about these. You could have you could program the titles for all of your tracks. So let's hit play. Oh shit, that's loud. It's a very fuzzy recording. I think this is actually working fine. I think someone's just recorded very badly. I don't know this music. Oh, that's loud. That's loud, loud, loud. So loud. Waking the neighbours up loud. So it seems to work. How annoying. And just for comparison purposes, I'm going to try that same Minidisc in this one. How do you open this? There. Okay, in we go. It's going to be that one because of the remote. Jog dials. Oh, yeah. This one needs external battery supply. It came with one of these which lets you put an AA battery in. In the long term, I will get a gumstick battery for this one. That's what it accepts. I wonder if let's try that. Let's try the other battery. Oh, come on. Which way does this go? That way. I'd be amazed if this is still holding charge after all those years. No, of course not. No way. So what we can do instead is use this. Just lets you plug in a, just it lets you use a normal AA battery. And you can see that's the one that's had the leaky battery in, so I'll have to clean that up at some point. Okay. And this makes your beautifully small mini disc player a beast. I'm not sure people actually walked around with this in their pocket. I hope they didn't. That would have been horrible. So let's see. Okay. Edit. No, we shan't be editing. Let's just play. Yeah. So this pretty much confirms it's just a very bad recording that someone's made. It's just really quiet. But that's fine. I like this player, it's nice. What's this? Synchro record. Okay. So of these 3 players, which are all advertised as being broken, the only broken one is actually this middle one. So if we're going to be fixing anything, it's going to be that one. Kind of glad that I got 2 working mini disc players. But that was too easy. It's funny, really, that happens on eBay sometimes. People don't really know, they can't be bothered to test things. So yeah, you take a gamble, sometimes you get lucky. Or in my case, unlucky, because I want to fix them. But I think what I might do before we wrap this video up is just have a quick look through those mini discs and see what's on them. There might be something interesting. The disc that didn't work in the other one does work in this one. And it contains dance music. Fair enough. Looks like the track isn't split up, so someone's probably recorded that from a CD. That's a blank disc. Blank disc, boring. Another blank disc. Another blank disc. And another. And another. Yep, blank. And finally, another blank disc. Could it be possible that the eBay seller has erased all of the discs? I think that's probably the case. Well, that was very unexciting. Yeah, turns out this is broken too.